Hi, this is Amy Tang, and this is my second activation based on the book The Transforming Journey by Wesley Scott Amos as part of Level 3 of Dancing for Him School. This activation is based on the chapter Vision and Perseverance, Joseph, a Dreamer of Dreams. Amos talks about how God gives us dreams, but he says, God has a vision for your life, but between the seeing and the living of the vision, there is a journey requiring perseverance and endurance. So this activation is meant to help people walk through both hearing the vision and healing some hurts that have happened through some of the hard places that they've walked out, trying to walk out their vision, and develop perseverance for the journey. So this is how it would work. The room would be set up with two tunnels made of billow cloths. One tunnel would be blue, light blue billow cloths representing the heavenly vision. So there would be one person on either end of each billow cloth holding it up like this, but so that it forms two vertical walls. And then stationed beside that blue tunnel that represents the heavenly vision would be two people with white flags who would be waving the flags over people. So worshipers would walk through the heavenly vision with the instruction to call to mind visions that God has already given them for their calling and their purpose. Or if they feel like, I haven't even heard that yet, it would be a time of listening to the Spirit. So I encourage them to walk through slowly. As they walk through, the people with the flags will be interceding in the Spirit for them, that they might hear what God has to say for them. So they will walk through here. And of course, those people are standing with those. Then there is a second tunnel, and that tunnel would be with a dark billow cloth, either dark blue or black, and a red. Black representing just hardship and sorrow, and red also representing turmoil, hardship, even sometimes the sin of others that we experience. So after they've received a vision, they're going to walk through the tunnel of hardship. There will be more than two people on each billow cloth. 4 on each billow cloth would be ideal. They'll be holding the cloth like this, and their instructions are to make it difficult, provide some resistance or some trouble for people as they walk through, maybe jostle them as they go. Also, when the person enters the billow cloth, they'll be given a stone or a brick or a weight to carry as they walk through, just representing some of the hardships that they may have to endure and the weight that they carry. And it can also represent the weight of sorrow that they are carrying. Also, you would have people with white flags over these billow cloths, praying for these people. The white representing just the presence of God in the midst of trouble. And so they would be praying both for strength for them and also for healing, that God would heal any hurts that have lodged in people's hearts through disappointment or sorrow along the journey. So they'll walk through with their stone, facing some resistance as they walk, but also being covered by the presence of God in prayer. When they come to the end of this tunnel, there's someone there to take their burden off of them, and then they could bring that around so the next person could have one. You'd need more than one of the stones, but they would remove that for them and place a blessing on them, just a one-word blessing representing God's favor and love. And then those people would go, there would be flags around the room, instructed to just worship and maybe even express what it would look like to live out that vision. So if God has given them a vision for healing the hurting, they might imagine dancing that out, where they would heal people. Or if they're called to equip children, they might imagine calling the children to them. And as they do that, they also worship God. So 3 parts to this: receiving the vision, experiencing hardship, but also receiving healing at the end of that, and then living out the vision and expressing praise and worship for that. That's the activation. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. Bless you.